Some time ago, I encountered this enigmatic quote that whispers the echo of eternity. The older the dilemma, the more remote the solution. Today, we venture into the mists of time, centuries before the birth of Christ, to explore the lessons left by one of the most sublime beings ever to tread this earth, Hermes Trismegistus. The title Trismegistus, translated into the language of the gods, means 3 times great, as it was said that he mastered the 3 realms of existence: the material plane, the intellectual plane, and the spiritual plane. Legends say that Hermes inspired numerous sages over the centuries, enlightening the paths of notable souls such as Pythagoras, Plato, and Isaac Newton. Hermetic teachings, like golden jewels in the wind of knowledge, have been subjected to the fury of time, especially when fire consumed the Library of Alexandria in the year 391 AD. Gradually, the world distanced itself from these ancient inner arts and the wisdom we cherished about using the power of our minds to weave our own reality, and turned toward external tools in search of advantages in the ruthless present stage. It is time to resurrect one of the grand lessons left by one of the most illustrious masters, whose teachings shine like stars in the night of reality. Through this fleeting moment, I will share with you 3 Hermetic principles that have endured in the shadows of time, and that you, truth seeker, can weave into the tapestry of your existence. There is an ancient proverb in the Hermetic Brotherhood: whispered by the winds of knowledge, the lips of wisdom remain closed for the majority, only opening for the ears of understanding. The first primordial Hermetic principle among the primordials relates to the winding paths of the mind and attention. This is the gateway of mentalism and whispers in the shadow of thought. The mind is the all. The universe is a dream of the mind, thus reads the ancient text called the Kybalion, a Hermetic jewel where the enigma of being is found. This seemingly simple quote holds a transcendental truth essence in Hermetic belief. The divine is named the Supreme Source. One, Allah, Jehovah, or by 1,000 other names, all converge in the all. In Hermetic lore, the all encompasses everything that exists within its embrace. Nothing remains foreign. It is the substantial reality, the hidden fabric that gives life to the shadows and appearances that make up the material world, the one we perceive with finite eyes. To unravel the mysteries of the all and how to apply the principle of mentalism on our path, gaze into the abyss of quantum physics. Allow me to guide you through those unfathomable paths. In the year of grace 1927, Niels Bohr and Werner Heisenberg raised the banner of their Copenhagen interpretation, where particles dance on the stage of the imperceptible. The theory whispers that in that quantum realm, a system unfolds in a hug of superposition, existing in all states simultaneously until an observer or meticulous gaze claims it. At that moment of revelation, the wave function unfolds and the system awakens in a defined state, like the echo of a dream. Yet in the loom of time, 30 years later, in the twilight of 1957, Hugh Everett III raised the banner of a theory that challenged the interpretation of multiple universes. This vision proposes that all realities, all possible outcomes, coexist in parallel worlds. Every time the veil of measurement or observation is lifted, the universe unfolds, woven into the fabric of infinite realities. In this quantum ether, the wave function never fades, and each potential state persists, isolated in its own corner of creation without communication. Now, I want you to grasp the common seed between both theories, a universal truth that transcends ages. It is the act of observing, the act of measuring, the anvil that forges the reality we dance in. In this realm, on the vast plains of our mind, dwells imagination, attention, and the magic of visualization. As Neville Goddard proclaimed, The power of attention flourishes in proportion to the narrowness of its focus. By directing our gaze and immersing our attention in the mental images of our desires, we weave the fabric of reality, collapse the wave, transform the idea into substance in the winding frequencies of being. The more loving our attention, the more care we give, the more vibrant the miracle we create. O traveler of thought, do not elude the laws of this earthly world when raising your creation from the mental realm to the physical. This plane of times and distances, of space and clocks, does not yield to whims. Understand that the image you bring to life in the forge of your mind, with each constant beat of attention, is woven into the blanket of time and space. There is no shortcut in this universe of immutable laws. Keep these truths as beacons in your journey, for after unveiling the second and third principles, the very essence of your being will find the path that guides your steps in the dance of creation. The second Hermetic principle I unveil to you reveals the threads of the relationship between the various planes of existence in the intricate tapestry of your being, between the inner abode and the world that surrounds you. This is the Hermetic principle of correspondence and whispers in the shadow. As above, so below. As below, so above. Here lies the secret of the dance between the planes that Hermetics call the great physical plane, the great mental plane, and the great spiritual plane. You will find no rigid boundaries, for they intertwine in an ethereal dance, like a river flowing from the highest, the spiritual, to the deepest, the physical plane. The truth of this principle is revealed in every corner of the planes. In the physical plane, we observe from the microscopic to the macrocosmic, like galaxies in an immense tapestry. Neural networks resemble stars scattered across the vast universe. The same torus that manifests in fruits and humans reveals itself in the world and even in the mysteries of black holes. Every manifestation in the physical plane reflects the more subtle dance, a plane with a vibration of celestial notes, the plane that whispers in the highest corners of being. If in your mind you constantly cultivate thoughts of low vibration, such as shadows of shame, guilt, apathy, or the pernicious hatred, so will be the melody that dances. Bitter scarcity in the harvest of life, and a dormant spirit yearning to awaken. Change, my friend, must begin in the sublime, in the higher planes, for you cannot sculpt matter while maintaining the same melody in your mind and spirit. That is why Neville Goddard, wise visionary, exclaimed, "Stop yearning to shape the world, for it is but a reflection of your being, and to build your abode in celestial planes, you must apply the teaching of the first principle, mentalism. If attention, the sweet light that turns waves into forms, is the key that opens the gates of reality, then to sculpt the clay of your existence in the physical plane, you must turn your gaze away from old thoughts and draw to your inner orchestra different melodies. Your attention is the golden thread that weaves the tapestry of the planes in this, as in the mental plane. If you give your gaze to shadows, you will harvest more of that dark fruit. How else can you navigate these waters of this principle and align its stars to your favor? You can open the doors of perception to look within, to the secrets of the mental and spiritual self. When you observe the world around you in the physical plane, remember that it is a mirror, a faithful reflection of what happens in the subtle domains of your mind and spirit. Your physical reality, your life in this dimension, is the echo of your inner self, not an adversary. It whispers to you secrets lying in the depths of your mental and spiritual being. If you come to think that your reality does not mirror your inner universe, that it is unjust, I regret to say that the shadow of scarcity clouds your horizons, and more of that fog you will attract into your life. Instead, if you embrace this principle and make it an ally, a magic wand to polish the inner treasure, then, oh, wonders will bloom in your days. Thus, I reveal the third Hermetic principle, the very essence of manifestation, the dance of polarities in your being. This is the Hermetic principle of gender that resonates in the wind with these words. Gender is present in everything. Everything carries its masculine and feminine principles. Gender, the germ of life, unfolds in all planes of existence. The word gender comes from the Latin genus or generis, which translates to create, generate, procreate, give life. Here you will find the keys to creation, the masculine and feminine forces that weave the fabric of existence in every corner of being. The eternal dance of masculine and feminine principles is woven into the threads of the all, in the nooks of creation, in every corner, in the majesty of humans, in the grace of creatures, in the silent soul of plants, and even in the mysterious poles of magnetism. The eternal lovers dance their ancient dance. In ancient civilizations, the sun was revered as the father and the earth, the mother who nurtured life in her lap. Yet, in the university classrooms, while studying the arts of graphic design, a curious revelation awaited me in the realm of semiology, the language of symbols. I discovered the mystery of the horizontal line, which embodies the feminine, and the vertical lines, which symbolize the masculine. What shape emerged when these two principles intertwined? The figure with crossed arms is Jesus, a symbol of union and transcendence. Hermetic philosophy, accompanied by the subtle notes of quantum science, reveals the essential role of masculine energy, which gives direction and purpose, and of feminine energy, which fosters creation. The dance of human life is a faithful reflection. In each being dwells a balance of masculine and feminine energy. The mind is the echo of the masculine principle, emotion, the essence of the feminine. To unveil the art of this principle of gender and give life to desires in this plane, we must learn to align our energies, to unite mind and heart in a dance of coherence. Thus, we become the creators of our own destinies, weavers of dreams in the fabric of being. When in the forge of the mind you create the clear image and wrap it in the cloak of sincere emotion, you awaken the inner alchemist, the craftsman of worlds. There in the crucible of being begins the dance of the creative process, a symphony of life that materializes in this realm. If your thoughts are constantly dressed in shadows, if black emotions are your cloak, that, O wandering soul, is what you will give life to in this world. But if in the sanctuary of your mind you sculpt with precision the vision of yourself, the architect of dreams living the life you long for, and if you wrap this vision with the emotions that your heart whispers, with the echoes of what it would be like to exist in that dream realm, and if you embrace this dance, this symphony with persistence over time, then, in that eternal embrace begins the rite of manifestation in this plane. However, beware the trap of inconsistency. It is not enough to forge this pact only once. If the rest of the time you return to the dark embrace of negative thoughts and emotions, remember that the universe glides in the eternal present. In this constant corner of being, only in the present moment where life blooms can we forge destiny. It is about embracing reality with mind and emotion without the external shadows clouding your essence. Here in the present, in the sacred union of mental and emotional, lies the mystery of manifestation. That is why Neville Goddard said, "Do not waste a single moment in regret, for thinking and feeling in your past mistakes is reinfecting. Let the dead bury the dead. Turn away from appearances and assume the emotion that would be yours if you were already the person you wish to be." The universe always moves eternally in the present moment. Therefore, to manifest this ideal reality of yours, you must live this reality internally, at the mental and emotional level, always in the present moment. Maintain this state for an extended period, and you will see how your entire reality will begin to change over time. Thus, dear seekers of mystery, we reach the end of our journey through the Hermetic secrets, keys that unlock the doors of creation in the subtle domains. Remember, in the silent corner of your mind and in the sanctuary of emotions resides the power to give life to dreams. Do not forget that this path of wisdom is a beacon in the night, a beacon that illuminates the paths of transformation and awakening. If this message has resonated in your being, I encourage you to support it and share it with those whose hearts long for the light of understanding. May the fire of creation burn within you, and may each day bring you a little closer to the manifestation of your dreams. Remember, you are the architects of your reality.